That was not a good way to start off a video. Let's start again. Hey guys! um, it's me, and today is Thursday, and I'm back again. I'm back with a video request from a viewer, and you guys know that I think you know this, but I don't ever give out names for just privacy issues because I don't, even if the person tells me that I could give their name out, I prefer not to, only because you just never know. I mean, I just wouldn't want my stuff displayed out there, I guess, if I was asking a personal question. So, um, needless to say, the question will be just, I will read you the email, but I won't tell you who it's from. So it's from a girl, and she wrote me an email asking me that she's been wanting to ask me to do a video for a while, but she was feeling a little shy and didn't want to take up my time. First, let me just say that take up my time. This is what I do. This is why I make videos. This is to help you guys. And by all means, yes, please take up my time. That's the purpose of me making videos. um, So she said, my problem is that I've not been able to see my therapist since summer 2012. I've seen my therapist at least once a week for about 3 years. We're having a time out and don't know when we can start therapy again to work on my PTSD, which is the last step in my treatment plan. I'm having a really hard time dealing with not having my therapist. I can't even call for advice as I always used to do. I know you're in a similar position, more or less, and would like to know how you cope with not having your therapist. I don't have anyone else to talk to, so my therapist has been a huge part of my life and saved me when I've hit rock bottom. Now, I'm in a bad place due to my anorexia and PTSD. So, how do you cope and how do you distract yourself when you're feeling low? Okay, there's so many different things I can say right now. First off, I want to say thank you for writing in and thank you for writing in and asking me questions and feeling like you think that I can give you advice. That's awesome. I'm very honored. I keep putting my hand in my leg. That didn't sound right, but I keep putting my in this, and it's got the stuff on it, like the gooey stuff, and I keep putting my my hand, my arm in it, and I keep knocking stuff down. Like, I swear, almost every video lately, I'm knocking something down. I don't know why. I don't think that's good luck either. I think that's actually bad luck. Either way, off topic. Side note. So, okay, um, let's see. I haven't seen my therapist for months and months and months, a long time. Let's just say a long time. And it is very hard, and especially if you rely on your therapist to talk to you about pretty much everything. And that's what I used to do. I used to rely on my therapist for everything, like everything. I used to call her up all the time, like you said that you do, and I would talk to her on the phone even when we weren't having a session, and I would tell her about something and we would talk even when I didn't have a session. So I know how difficult that it can be without your therapist. It's very difficult. Um, the reason why I don't really see my therapist right now is money issues, and it's my therapist is very booked as well. So I know the feeling, and um, you know I also have PTSD, and um, I guess how I cope. when I don't see my therapist is I write stuff down. I write a lot of stuff down. I'm constantly writing, whether it's on my computer, whether it's on paper, or whether it's on a notepad on my phone. I'm constantly writing down my feelings and stuff that's going through my head, or stuff that's bothering me, or stuff I want to talk about. I'm always doing that. Um, I distract myself, like, you know, um, I've said in past videos that there are several ways that you can distract yourself. Um, I'll just list off a couple of them. You can take a hot bath, a hot bubble bath, a shower, go for a walk, call a friend or a family member that you trust and talk. Maybe talk to them a little bit about stuff. I know that you said that you kind of rely on your therapist to talk to pretty much about everything. So I don't know if you could talk to anybody about anything, but if you can do that. Uh, you can go for a walk. I said that. You can go to a park. I like to actually swing on the swings and just kind of, as I'm swinging around, I kind of just, as my like big, luscious, long hair is flying through the wind, I'm just kind of thinking, and it's good to get your thoughts out. And believe it or not, this may sound crazy, but it's actually not. Sometimes when I would go to a park, or I have this certain place that I go to when I'm feeling low, and it's kind of like a park slash creek slash, I don't know. It's a place where I go for my own sanctuary and stuff. And believe it or not, I sit there, I throw rocks into the water, and I actually will say my issues out loud. Um, Now, I'm obviously not talking to anyone. I'm just talking to myself out loud. And I know that might sound a little crazy, but um, it's actually good to do. Uh, it's good to get your feelings out there and say them out loud, whether it's by telling someone or it's just by you saying them out loud to yourself. I do it a lot, and believe it or not, sometimes I feel better. I'll take a walk down to the creek and I'll think about what I want to talk about to myself, I guess. And then when I'm there, I'll just, I'll skip rocks or whatever into the water and just kind of say, like, this is actually a good idea. You can probably try this. You can get a rock, um, anywhere, obviously, and I would take a rock and I would say, I'm angry at whatever, and then I would throw the rock in. So for everything that I was angry about or I wanted to talk about or something that was bothering me, I would throw a rock into the water. So it was kind of like I was letting go of that burden. Um, like if I was angry at my father for whatever, or I was having a shitty day because my eating disorder went sour, or I failed at something, I throw in a rock. And believe it or not, it kind of helped. It does help. You can journal. I said that already. You can record yourself, and I used to do this all the time. When I couldn't talk to my therapist, I would record myself. You can buy a recorder for cheap, or you can actually just use your phone, and record yourself talking. And when you do see your therapist, you can play that for them, play that for him, and this way he'll kind of know where you kind of stand with a lot of things. Um, You also can write stuff down on paper and then burn it. I tend to do that a lot. Like if something is bothering me, or my PTSD is coming back or flashing up, um, a lot of the times, even just writing down, I will conquer PTSD on a piece of paper, and then obviously stand outside, don't do it in your house, um, but light it on fire and just let it burn. Let it burn to ashes. And in a way, that's kind of like, burning that PTSD. Um, a lot of times we think that it controls us, and in a way, it does. I understand PTSD wholeheartedly. I mean, I've dealt with it for a very long time, since I was young, uh, very young. I've had PTSD. And, okay, sorry. So, um, sorry, side note, someone was screaming in my house. uh, but anyway, so it's always good to write as much as you can down and definitely burn stuff. Another thing that I've done that is a very, very good distractor that I've actually made a video, and I think I named it like egg throwing therapy or something. And you can actually revert back. I believe it's on this channel. Um, but you can go just get a couple eggs and write down whatever's bothering you on the egg. Like, for example, like say if I was angry at my eating disorder, I would write down, I hate Ed and I will conquer Ed. Write it down on the egg. Take the egg and you can either throw it at a tree, you can throw it on the ground, or you can just throw it really far away, but then you probably have to clean it up. But so I threw mine at a tree in my backyard, and it kind of just disintegrates into nothing. I mean, the eggshells just disappear, and the yolk uh, just kind of melts, and it's actually fun too. It's really, really fun at the same time. So you can get your anger out, your frustrations out, your sadness, your burdens, whatever, and then just whip the egg, pretend like you're about to be like the next um, baseball pitcher for some team. I don't know. I don't know any teams. I don't watch baseball. But that's one of my favorite ones. That's one of the ones I've always did to distract myself. Um, and it's fun. You know, a lot of people actually do it, and it's really fun. I like doing it, and I recommend that. So And I definitely can relate because I used to see my therapist sometimes twice a week. And for about, I was seeing her for like 5 or 6 years. And I know it's hard. It's very hard. So, and you said that you're in a bad place due to your anorexia. And I'm assuming, I don't know why, but I'm assuming it's because not being able to really see your therapist and stuff. But, there are a lot of hotlines and websites and stuff that you can go to for support if you don't think that you could talk to anybody else. I'll put some in the down bar of websites that you can go to and you can check out if you're feeling, suicidal. Obviously, I want anyone that feels suicidal to get help immediately. And if you don't have anyone to talk to, go to a website. There's millions of them out there, and they're really, really good sites. I've actually used them several times in the past years. And there's nothing to be ashamed about. They're all anonymous, and nobody knows who you are. And you kind of just talk. And they're therapists on the other end, or sometimes they're just volunteers. I actually used to do that. I used to volunteer answering phones and just talking to people and kind of getting them down to a better place. So, yeah. So I guess that's my advice for you. I hope it's helped a little bit, if at all. Um, that's just how I deal with things, or how I have dealt with stuff. But I hope it helps you, and if it doesn't, then write back to me, and I'm sure I could give you other things to do. You could jump on your bed. You can have a pillow fight with yourself. I've actually done that before. Um, a pillow fight, even with your friend, maybe. Do jumping jacks, exercise, but not compulsively. Don't do it compulsively because that's not healthy or helping. Um, but you can do those as well. You can draw, paint. Um, you can do that. I did that. That was fun to do. Anything that will distract you. So that is it for now. Thank you for writing in, and I hope that I was able to help you. And don't forget, guys, keep writing in. Let me know your topics. Tweet me your topics. If you're not following me on Twitter, you should be following me on Twitter. If you're not following me on Instagram, you should be following me on Instagram. And that's it for now. Peace. Love. Peace and love. I love you guys. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to one another. Um, be cool. Be kind. Don't judge. Don't judge me. Don't judge. Don't judge me. Don't judge anyone. Like my leg says, don't make me flip my leg up. I can't. I can't get it up that far. Don't judge. Don't judge. Don't judge. Anyway, so yeah, be kind, be cool, don't judge, and I'll do a double one. Talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye!